I was very maladjusted in high school. I was disenfranchised, and all of the lyrics spoke to me in a way that only repressed suburbanite Mormons could understand.
Well, you know, there's like people out there that actually hate Morrissey, like, and I guess like anybody that's been into Morrissey like long enough will understand that. So I've lived in places where there were large like anti-Morrissey people that, for some reason, I don't know, they just got their jollies off of looking for people that were into Morrissey and just giving you a hard time.
Okay, there were a gang of guys in high school, and we called them the Morrissey Boys, and they all drove to school together and wore the white T-shirts with like the rolled up sleeves and the jeans with the cuffs and the Doc Martens, and totally had the pompadour going on. And in the car, in the back window, there's a huge sticker which was like the silhouette of Morrissey's kind of face, and me and my friend Allison, who were really into Morrissey, and we used to kind of trade singles and bootlegs and stuff, totally adored those guys. We thought they were the hottest guys in school. And my school was pretty big, like 2,500 kids, so that's really saying something.
I shook his hand once after a gig, and he went, "Oh, you're so clammy."
Really?
Yes, but...
Awesome.
Yeah, I met him 3 years ago at a signing in LA. His DVD video collection had just come out, and he was doing a signing at a Virgin Megastore in LA. It was about a 6-hour drive just by myself, and it was a midnight signing too, and I didn't actually meet him until about 3 in the morning, but it was definitely worth it. Yeah.
Was there a line when you got there?
Yeah, and I was at the end of it.
I love him, you know.
Wow.
We have to be the biggest fans ever, seriously. we have to be. We stalk him mostly every week. We listen to him every single day. We just can't stop even talking. No.
You stalk him every week?
Not every week. We didn't even go to his house today, which, I don't know. We should have though, but no, not every week. But we do.
But usually you stop by his house and...
Yeah, we're in Hollywood, yeah. We just go. If you're in Hollywood, you gotta go.
Yeah. Go to Morris's house.
Here we come.
What do you think Morrissey is like in real life?
Well, I've actually met him.
Oh.
Yeah, so...
Tell us about that.
Back in '99, my boyfriend at the time and 2 of my friends heard he was doing an interview in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So we drove all night from San Francisco and showed up, and he was actually doing a signing 2 days later at the Blockbuster Video, and it was the only signing in all of the United States. So of course he picked Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's totally like him. And we showed up a day early, heard he was doing an interview at a radio station, and showed up thinking there was going to be hundreds and hundreds of people there, and there were only about 10 people that showed up. Called in from a cell phone and said, "Morrissey, you know, come to the window, and we're all out here." And so we came by, and after the interview was over, they came out and said, "If you guys are calm, you know, calm down, you can come in and each sit down and talk to him one-on-one."
Really?
So it was just so exciting.
So you guys out?
Yeah, kind of, but we had to remain calm. That was the deal. So.
And what was he like when you talked to him?
He was great. I was really nervous at first. And everyone else I was with had decided what to say, you know, hours beforehand. I had no idea. So I went up and I said, I'm trying hard not to make a fool out of myself. And he said, "You're failing miserably." And from then on, that kind of broke the ice. And I just chit-chattered away and told him about how we drove from San Francisco and just how much we loved him. And he was great. He signed my shirt, he signed my CDs, he hugged me. I have 2 rolls of film, so yeah, he was awesome. And then the next, and actually this is really bad. So after the interview, we still hadn't found a place to stay, so we waited for him to hop in his car, and we followed him to, I think it was a Marriott. And we went and stayed in the same hotel as him. And we actually got to meet him in the lobby a couple more times over the next couple of days.
Really?
So yeah. So, and he was just really nice the whole time, you know, took pictures with us and asked us how we liked the food there. And
he didn't feel like he was being stalked or anything. He liked you guys at this point.
Yeah, there were only about 4 of us. So, and this is after we had been driving for 22 hours, so I was looking a little haggard. Okay. So there's one of them. Let's see. Me looking
now,
happy
where
as
is
ever.
this? This is
this is at the radio station.
At the radio
yeah,
station.
I can't even tell you which one, but in Albuquerque. Yeah.
Great.
No shadows. Yeah.
So you drove. This is where you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So this is where we just happened to turn on the radio, and they're like, Morrissey's gonna be here at the station. So.
All right. Now, Heather, you told us that he told you that you had to be calm, but you don't look. You don't look exactly. Wait a minute. Let me get focused there. You don't look.
Very calm at all.
Too calm. You look insanely happy.
Well, I told you that he said I was failing miserably.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to be calm, so he was truthful.
There's
there's a classic pose right there.
Uh-huh.
I have a couple more, but they're in the book, so I don't know if you want me to.
Okay, we'll look at the book. This is fine.
Okay, so just a couple more pictures in my little scrapbook. So still at the radio station, thinking, contemplating life.
Okay.
Another good one.
Still at the radio station.
I'm still at the radio station.
Did you get any of him at the Marriott?
I have one, but it's at home. It's kind of blurry, so. There's him. And I have one more really cool thing to show you. Oh, pictures at the convention. Always lots of fun. Oh, I have little birthday parties for him each year. This is when I was in high school for his 36th birthday.
You have little birthday parties.
No, not too much anymore, but our birthdays are only 3 days apart.
What day is your
So
birthday?
mine's the 25th.
Okay.
So Gemini.
Okay.
We have a lot in common. So yeah, that was in high school. I brought him a cake, and everyone had to tell me their favorite Morrissey song before they got cake.
Hello, we are at the Knitting Factory in Hollywood. It is Morrissey's birthday, 44 years young, and we're here to see the Sweet and Tender Hooligans perform here tonight with a string quartet. And look at all these fans. This is going to be way over capacity. Way over capacity. So we know we're going to see a lot of great fans here today, and we'll get some of them here on tape to wish Morrissey a very special unhappy birthday.
I'm Chris Ches from Southern California. I just wanted to wish Morrissey a very happy 44th birthday.
And what you'd like to say to Morrissey on his birthday?
I'm Yolanda, and I came to wish you an unhappy birthday.
Fantastic.
Happy birthday, Morrissey. Love you. No.
Would you guys like to wish Morrissey a happy birthday?
I would. He's my baby.
Happy birthday, Morrissey.
Hi, babe. Happy birthday. Love you.
Very good. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Morrissey. Hopefully you have a Corona in your hand and you're getting pounded right now, man. That's all I got.
Happy birthday, Morrissey. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Morrissey. Happy birthday to you. Okay.
Happy birthday, Morrissey.
Fantastic. You guys want to say happy birthday to Morrissey?
Drinking a cold one for you, Maz. Happy birthday, Morrissey. You're the man, dude.
That's so not what I feel. How do I know the band?
Or do you know the band?
Morrissey and I go way back. No, yeah, I've been a big, huge Smiths fan / Morrissey fan forever. And what do you say? Thank you, Morrissey, for not being mediocre and rising above and just being the god that you are. And don't ever stop doing music. Ever.
Fantastic. What was your name again?
Leslie.
All right, Leslie. Thank you for your.
Happy birthday, Morrissey. Thank you for your good times.
Thank you for the music.
Yes, thank you.
Stay handsome.
Happy birthday, Morrissey.
What are you guys doing here?
Morrissey's birthday. 44th birthday.
We love you, Morrissey, darling. Love you.
How old is he?
He's 44.
44 today. Okay. Have you ever met him?
Actually, yes.
You have?
Yeah. I've run into him twice. Morrissey, twice. It was Ashley. And he knows that
go by second generation Morrissey. So actually, my mother listens to Morrissey, and she's first generation. So I grew up listening to Morrissey and the Smiths.
Second generation.
Second generation Morrissey. Ashley, love you.
Okay.
So tell us the story. So how did you? What's the two meetings?
The first one was outside, remember?
Yeah, outside.
We met him outside.
Outside where?
His house.
His house.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you were stalking him.
Yeah, kind of. We always do. We're always there. Oh, and we dropped him off a book. So if you got it, it's from us.
It's from us.
Yeah.
Morrissey the book.
How long do you have to wait for him until he shows up at his house?
Actually, that day.
It was pretty quick, wasn't it? We just pulled up and he was like pulling up, was he? Yeah.
And actually, I was driving on Senso. I had an appointment at Kaiser, and he was driving by, and I actually was yelling my heart out, Morrissey, Morrissey.
And he actually turned and said hi to her.
He actually stopped through traffic and,
waited for her
rolled
and
down
said hi.
his window and said hi.
Did you feel satisfied after you met him? Like,
Oh, I
wow, that
cried.
was totally worth it.
Yeah, she was crying.
I cried. I was totally emotionally touched. I was just like.
She called everyone.
Even the second time I met him, I ran into him, but in the car. I mean, I was driven. I just cried my heart out. So I love him.
Wow. Well, do you want to, since this is Morrissey's birthday, do you want to wish him any?
Okay, I do.
Well, happy birthday,
Any specific birthday?
Come to wish you on a happy birthday. Oh, I love you, Morrissey.
Wow, you have a good voice. Why didn't you
Thank
sing
you.
at the convention?
I know. We told her. Well, I told her. I'm like, sing on the convention. She's like, no, I'm too shy. They're gonna boo me off. I'm like, no, they're not. Who cares? She has a really good voice, though.
They wouldn't boo you off.
But we love you, Morrissey, so much. Gosh.
So yeah, it's just been great. And I've been to the Morrissey convention 2 times. So that's always a good time to be had.
He got his lip busted yesterday in the mosh pit. He loves Morrissey so much. Yeah, here at the convention.
Hello, we're outside the Morrissey Smiths Convention 2003 here at the Palace in glamorous LA. We have the most diehard of fans here in line, and we're going to get all of you that would like to be on camera. Hello, and what does Morrissey mean to you?
Saved me when it was a really hard time in my life, and I don't know, makes you feel like you're not alone.
I'm Danny, and what Morrissey means to me, it's like, let's put it this way, after a long day in the coal mine, I like to settle in with Morrissey, because Morrissey is
coal mine.
Morrissey is therapy for me. It soothes me. That's about it.
That's it. Well, thank you.
Oh, let me give a shout out to my homegirl Rashonda. What's up? Everybody at Fat Burger. What's up?
Okay, hi. My name's Natalie, and
like everybody, I think he's great. I think he's the greatest singer ever, and he's touched my life and so many other people's lives in so many ways. He's the greatest songwriter. He's just the coolest person. I met him back in 2002 with my friend Chris, and he's the greatest then, and he's always going to be the greatest. And if he's 150 years old, I'll still come see him, man. He's the man. He rocks. He's the greatest singer ever, and I love you, Morrissey.
but I really like his music, and I think he's a hottie. Well, when he was younger, he was real hot. And he still is, just keeps gaining a little weight.
Morrissey, well, his songs. That's about it. The songs.
Yeah. My number is, no, just kidding. And I'm just getting to see these charming men, and they're good performers. And
I like Morrissey a lot. I've been into him since 1995. I don't know, his lyrics really make me emotional and stuff. It's really good.
I hope he gets signed again. Yeah, because,
We all do. We all do.
Yeah. So, this is my boyfriend, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
My name is Bridget, and Morrissey means everything to me. Basically just because he never lies to me. He's always been honest and told nothing but the truth about everything, his life and mine.
up, we have got our Moz-alike contest.
On the day that your mentality decides to try to catch up with your biology, come round, 'cause I want the one I can't have, and it's driving me mad. It's all over, all over, all over my face. In your life, and if you can think of words that rhyme, then you're thinking, why don't you want to? Sing your life, just walk right up to the microphone and name all the things you love,
Good job, all right.
Just walk right up to the microphone and all the things you love, all the things you don't love. Oh, sing your life, things that you love.
Are you going to sing or are you going to dance or what are you going to do?
I can't really do none of that. Your life, things you love, all the things you love.
Dude, you have to come back for the Depeche Mode convention, all right? Number one. Number five. And last but not least, number 6. All right. Each one of you gets 30 seconds to impress us.
Take me out tonight. Well, there's music and there's people and they're young and alive. Driving in your car, I never, never want to go home because I haven't got one anymore. And if a double-decker bus crashes into us, to die by your side is such a heavenly way to die. And if a tin-ton truck kills the both of us, to die by your side, well, the pleasure, the privilege is mine. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Take me out tonight. There's music, there's people, driving in your car. I never want to go home because I haven't got one anymore. Take me out tonight, 'cause I want to see people and I want to see life. Driving in your car, oh, please don't drop me home because it's not my home, it's their home and I'm welcome no more.
That is contestant number 3. Oh! All right, uno, dos, and tres. We've seen all 3 of them. Please stay on the stage. The other 2 come out and join him. All 3 of you come out. and say, first, let's hear it for number 1. The prize is for all of them. Now let's hear it for number 2. How about number 3? That's our order. Number 1, number 2, number 3 tonight. Congratulations, we got prizes for all of you. You're our winner tonight.
My name is Abraham Garza. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I actually got to meet Morrissey twice. Well, my sister was here visiting for my 23rd birthday. You know, just as anyone who comes in, they want to sightsee, they want to, you know, see all the touristy stuff. We had planned to come up here because she's been a fan, and she actually gave his music to me when I was 10 years old. So before I even started, I should say, you know, there's a big rumor, there's always been the rumor that Johnny Depp lives next door to Morrissey. Well, my sister's been in love with Johnny Depp since, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1 and 21 Jump Street. So as we turn onto the street, I started cracking jokes, you know, maybe that's Johnny Depp's house, maybe that's Johnny Depp's house. And it's never really been confirmed if he does live next door, but just to get my sister a little more excited. And I had already mentioned that the first thing you might see is Morrissey's car parked outside. If he's home, his car will be parked there. So we're driving up, and I had a 1984 Volvo that was maxing out on the RPMs. This car was loud. It sounded like, you know, all the way up. So as he's standing there, he's probably listening to this saying, what is coming up the hill? It was probably as loud. I'm not sure if the camera got it or if they're going to edit it. It's like the helicopters. And let's hold a second. It just all the way up. I think that's actually. And by the time we got up, you know, I was embarrassed that he actually mentioned at some point that he mentioned, oh yes, the noisy car. Oh yes, the noisy car. Morrissey was actually standing, I have to say around here, because I remember seeing his head almost as close as the gate, and that's where we stopped about there. And I don't know at what point he came down, but by the time I got out of the car, he was standing like 3 feet from it. It took a little bit before I started talking. I was just standing there, she was talking to him, and then he noticed a sticker on my car. And can I mention my website? Okay, on the website you can see a picture where he's pointing, and at that second he's pointing at the sticker saying that's a great sticker. It was around here when he noticed the sticker, and we walked around my car, and in the back I had a Smith sticker on one side of my license plate and a British flag on the other. I said, you may have seen this one, it said powered by Morrissey. And then I mentioned I had my website. Can I mention my website? And then there was a caricature on the back window of him. And I go, oh, this is a caricature of you. And he goes, is that really me? Is that really me? Is that really me? And I was like, yeah, because I was, you know, still in shock. And so the whole meeting took place right here. He asked if we had any of the CDs in the car. And at that point, we were thinking maybe he would be willing to sign something. And I pulled out a CD, and it was the Best of Morrissey, the one I had just released. And he goes, oh yeah, he was being sarcastic, but he said, oh yeah, that one's selling like hotcakes. And so we kind of laughed. And so at that point, we went ahead and asked if we could take pictures with him and get his autograph. And he said, sure. He was very nice. And that was it. And so as we were going back down the hill, he was right behind us. And we were already calling everyone on our cell phones. We just met Morrissey, we just met Morrissey. And so my sister's crying. My wife didn't believe me. She was my girlfriend at the time. She didn't believe me. And I was like, he's right behind me right now. We're at the bottom of the hill. And all I kept thinking was he probably thinks I'm a weirdo with all my stickers on my car, even though I just gave him the tour of my car. And I didn't go back to Houston until the summer. That was January 26th when we met him. And I worked for a newspaper. And they had actually heard about it, and they printed out the page with my story and my pictures, and they put it up on their bulletin board. And it says something like, hometown boy makes good.
When you met him at his house, how long did you speak to him for?
Forever. For 30 minutes.
Really?
20 minutes, 30 minutes. He's so sweet. I mean, I asked him a lot of questions.
And he's still good looking.
Yeah. I asked him the same questions over and over, and he was just really patient about it, I guess. I mean, I'm a fan, so I need to know these things. So
what kind of questions did you ask him?
The same ones over and over and over and over and over.
You know, the kind of music he listens to, I mean, what he does in his daily life, what he does at home.
hard time.
family, you know, just, yeah,
Same old, same old.
you know, what a fan needs to know, and basically, yeah.
Did you find out anything interesting?
Not really.
No, because the questions were kind of boring.
Yeah.
No, they weren't.
On Monday.
Where did you meet him?
At his house.
At his house?
Yeah, I met him at his house.
How did that happen?
Just dumb luck. I went to a restaurant and I was thinking, hey, I'm on Sunset, might as well go to his house. Drove up the
Believe it or not, I did actually bump into him about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was in a bar in Burbank, and he was being interviewed by an English.
The second meeting was this past Saturday. It was the 26th of April. And I haven't really made too many friends here in LA since I've been here, but I did meet a few. And we're having a final bash, a little get together at my home. So since I've only been here a little bit of time, we said, hey, you know what? Let's meet up at Morrissey's house. And I said, it'll be my last time, even if I could just get to say, you know, wave at the house and leave. And so I had to wait a little bit for him. And then when he got here, we spoke for about 5 minutes. And as we were about to leave, we see Morrissey's car drive up. And we're both looking at each other like, no way, we couldn't believe it. And so Morrissey came out, it was very, very nice. And I went ahead and told him that I was leaving and that this was the last time I was ever gonna come here. And I was really glad that I was actually able to see him. But we spoke a lot about fans and websites. And he said that, you know, he had music for a record, but no record deal, no tour, and why I was going back. And so I was still kind of stunned because here he is again. I wasn't as nervous as the first time. And we spent about 25 minutes with him just talking, and he actually asked about my other car. And I told him how heartbroken I was when I actually donated it to an organization. And I told him how heartbroken I was because of all the stickers and how I had showed him the car. And we talked about how loud it was coming up the hill, he remembered, and he also mentioned my sister. And I asked him if he could sign some stuff for me. He signed 2 CDs. Since I wasn't too prepared the first time that I came up with, I had a marker in my bag that I didn't even know I had until I got home. I always carry CDs that I listen to instead of just putting them in my travel case. And so this time I had several Morrissey sleeves, including this one here. I had Bona Drag, the single to The Last of the Famous International Playboys, Kill Uncle, and then these 2. And this one kind of snuck in on accident. I didn't mean to take this one. And when I asked him to sign stuff for me, I actually said, here, pick one of these, whichever one's your favorite. And so he looked through them and he said, this was actually my favorite, which is a surprise to me because it's a Smith's album, not one of his solo albums. And so he signed this one. And then when he finished with that, I asked him to sign this one to me. And that's when he asked, it was Abraham, correct? And I said, yes, it was spelled with an N at the end. And so that's how he wrote it. And he wrote, to Abraham Love, Morrissey. So I was really glad that I was more prepared this time. So it's a little more extravagant, I guess, something I can frame. I actually got the courage, and I had been thinking about it since the first time, for him to sign my arm, which he did. And it was a funny thing because as he did it, I actually thought to say, by you doing this, I'll actually be able to go work out to where I can, you know, have a nice arm, a nice, you know, change a little my body so I can actually show it off to everybody instead of pulling out my fat arm. And he started laughing, so it was cool. And then the whole way home, it took about an hour just thinking about it, contemplating, am I gonna get it tattooed? And so we were taking pictures the whole time, so I figured if the pictures come out, I'll go ahead and do it, because that would be my proof that he actually did it himself. And this is the tattoo that he got to sign. You know, he was very, very nice. He was the same as he was the last time. Very, very kind, and he seemed just as happy as we were to see him. And he also remembered my name when I asked him to sign my Beethoven Was Deaf cover. He goes, it was Abraham, wasn't it? And I said, Abraham. And I didn't even correct him too fast because I was still in shock that he actually remembered from, you know, it was over a year ago. And so he signed it, and